Good evening. We stand here in full solidarity with the people of Ukraine. And we stand here to condemn and reject the Russian military aggression against them. This is an invasion of a member of the United Nations. It is not just a matter for Ukraine, nor is it just a matter for Europe. It's an attack against the fundamental principles of this organization. As stated by the Secretary General, Russia's military offensive is a repudiation of the principles of the UN Charter. It must stop. We deeply regret the use of the veto by Russia this evening to block the resolution that was presented today. This has prevented the UN Security Council from fulfilling its role to maintain international peace and security, and it is another proof of Russia's isolation and blatant disrespect for the reaction of the world. The resolution was supported by all member states of the European Union and many partners from around the world. Together with Ukraine, we will now work for the General Assembly to demand an immediate withdrawal of Russian forces from Ukraine. The European Union has approved sanctions and other measures, including against the Russian leadership, that will have severe consequences for Russia, and we've done it together with our partners and allies. We deplore the tragic loss of life and human suffering caused by the Russian aggression, and the EU and its member states are deploying immense efforts to help the courageous people of Ukraine. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bien fait, Rita.
Good evening, and thank you for staying here this evening. I will now read a joint statement on behalf of approximately 43, on behalf of dozens of allies and partners gathered here with me today. This afternoon, the Security Council voted on a resolution to hold Russia accountable for its aggression against Ukraine, to protect civilians, including children, and call for the facilitation of rapid, safe, and unhindered humanitarian assistance to those in need. The resolution was vital and it was straightforward. Fundamentally, it was about whether the countries on the Security Council charged with maintaining international peace and security believe in upholding the UN Charter. The UN Charter was written with the express purpose of preventing a war like the one President Putin just started. The war has brought, in just its first days, devastating losses of life, and Russia alone is accountable. President Putin chose to violate Ukraine's sovereignty. President Putin chose to violate international law, and President Putin chose to violate the UN Charter. President Putin chose to drop bombs on Kyiv, to force families to stuff their lives into backpacks and shelter in subway stations. President Putin is the aggressor here. There is no middle ground. We believe we have a particular responsibility to stand up to the violations of the UN Charter because Russia is a permanent member of the Security Council who is culpable. Those of us standing here today continue to believe in the Security Council's solemn duty and highest purpose to prevent conflict and avert the scourge of war. Russia has abused its power today to veto our strong resolution, but Russia cannot veto our words. And as I said in the Council, Russia cannot veto the Ukrainian people. Russia cannot veto their own people protesting this war in the streets, and Russia cannot veto the UN Charter. Russia cannot and will not veto accountability. We thank the member states who signed as co-sponsors of this resolution for standing with Ukraine and for the UN Charter today. We will be taking this matter to the General Assembly, where the Russian veto does not apply, and the nations of the world will continue to hold Russia accountable. Thank you very much, and thank you to all of our colleagues. Thank you.